Why am I the only one who gets a free pass?
You're not, but, this is, I would assume, a different thing. A different vendetta.
Yeah, plus, I'm pretty sure you're still a kid. So I think they're sort of giving you some leniency.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown. I'm back with another episode of Tokyo Ghoul. This is Season 2, Episode 9, called City in Waiting. Now, last episode was called Old Nines, and my kid asked me about what Old Nines was, so I had to look it up. I knew it was a saying, and I kind of had a basic gist of it, but it wasn't Old Nines. It was dressed to the nines, which is a different thing. Dressed to the nines means like you're dressed really freaking upscale, dressed your best, that kind of thing. Old Nines was not coming up. They just kept putting up all this stuff about dress to the nines. So I finally found some things from Chinese culture. Then it came up with Old Ninth.
Why Chinese?
Because, okay, so Old Ninth in Chinese culture, during the Chinese Revolution, there were these categories. The first, second, third, fourth, ninth. I think it was all the way up to ninth category. And they considered the people in the ninth category to be like the very intelligent, academic, like very astute. And these people were also persecuted during the Chinese Revolution because they were afraid that their ideas would threaten the revolution. This is all I could find on the internet, so I couldn't find anything else. So that's what I found. So even though during the Chinese Revolution, they were attacked and they were persecuted and stuff like that, these were also people that were considered very astute, esteemed. They were the people that you looked up to. So I don't know if that is exactly what they were talking about in that show, because I couldn't find anything else really. It might be. I don't know. I know Tokyo Ghoul isn't Chinese, but that was the best that I could find. If anybody who's watching has any idea, you could chime in the chat box or whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the episode.
I wish you had called first. I would have made your favorite.
No worries. This is delicious.
Someone has to make sure you eat properly.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Strange having you home. Not that I'm complaining. Is work stressing you out?
Just a bit.
Oh, not much. Exterminate the owl?
Yes, it'll be one of our largest ops to date.
It's not stressing me out at all, Mom. I'm totally fine.
But before that, you'll need to write out one of these.
Oh. The letter to a loved one or your next of kin. In case you should not come back.
I don't have anything deep to tell anybody.
Anything deep.
It doesn't have to be deep. Try saying something nice. Maybe a thank you to the friends you've made.
What friends have I made?
Here's mine, sir.
Yeah, I honestly think it could really be anything that you tell them.
Right.
Just the idea that sort of your last message to them is gonna hold significance.
Listen up. I'm going out there with you.
Seriously?
He looks like he could be an owl. With those freaking
Yeah, he definitely looks
eyebrows and... It'd be really funny if his eyes were a little bit bigger and looked like owl
I
eyes.
bet Arima finished his.
And like,
What he told me,
woo, woo.
he leaves it blank.
Seriously? That is so cool!
Not really. He said he'd stare at it for hours.
That would leave your family with...
I guess he couldn't find the words either.
Plus, I don't think his actual family, really care much about him. I could be wrong.
That could be, but it doesn't have to go to a family either.
Yeah.
Suzuki isn't going to be with his family, so somebody that has some vague importance to him.
Akira?
Investigator. Fancy meeting you here. She was your classmate at the academy?
My Dojima was hers. She died in the 24th Ward.
My parents worked in the 24th, under Captain Matterday's command. That's where they ran into the owl. They gave it their all against his exceptional strength. There was no hope. Investigator Matterday realized it.
Get out of here! Katsuka!
My mother stayed behind to cover their retreat. Ever since, my father was obsessed.
Just don't do anything reckless.
Don't mistake me for your Dojima girl. I'm not her. I'm me. You need me to prove it. I can. You're too tall for your own good.
Well, they got that out of the way. Or not.
That's so like you. So very like you.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be the kind of person that's like, I shouldn't be wasting my time with something going to make me distracted.
That, and it might be considered wrong because their difference in...
So it doesn't say what that translates to, but it says, I don't want to die. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, because their difference in level in the position that they're in might not be considered right. And then, like, when we were in the army, you weren't supposed to be having relations with pretty much anybody that was there, which me and your dad did. So when they found out that we were engaged, they were going to make one of us leave the company. Why did the volume stop?
It's supposed to do that. It's his
Okay.
mind.
Okay. Now, because I was leaving soon anyway,
20th Corps, large-scale police force,
we convinced them not to move one of us, but at first they were going to
and may move forward as early as this evening.
move one of us to a completely different company.
I don't entirely understand why they advertised this operation. Because it feels like the kind of thing you would be like, oh
Yeah, keep top secret. Keep it on the down low.
Commence the operation.
For some reason I thought we were already at the end. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because this
It was
intro
sort of
looks
fast.
like an ending.
No, it was more of
Almost.
just this intro started later than usual.
Right. Yeah, it looked like something that would be at the ending of something instead of the beginning.
Yeah, it is definitely a very outro-esque intro, but I've seen it so many times that I know.
Wonder what the square root of A thing is supposed to be for.
I mean, it's... They call it Tokyo Ghoul Route A. I don't know why. It was just like another season. I don't know. I think I've heard people describe it as like a reboot, but it really isn't. So they do have a reboot, or not really a reboot, but a
Welcome to Untaker.
like complete change in designers. But that's not this. So.
Stay frosty! There's only 2 of them!
So they think the ghouls are in Ontaku, and they think they're gonna find the owl this way?
Only 2, he says.
Apes and dogs run in packs.
Pretty sure that they realized
I thought it was just the owl in there.
the old guy is the owl.
I know them. They're sworn enemies. Why are they teaming up?
Because you're
Haven't gone soft on me.
working against them.
All of you, lay down your lives for me. Right!
Go wild.
We've got 8 faces and black dovers out here! Where the hell's Algiri? Orders?
You're in the wrong place.
Split up their forces. 2nd and 3rd Division. Move in and kill any stragglers.
Like, assuming there's ghouls there is one thing, but assuming that Algiri is there is just, like, you need fucking real evidence for shit like that.
Let me have the black dog, sir. Got a bone to pick with her.
That means you've got the devil ape, Mogan.
The devil ape, so we're finally gonna see what this devil ape stuff is.
Hachikawa, don't do anything dumb.
Copy that.
Who's next? Careful with that. Someone might end up dead.
Crawl back to your mountaintop, damn dirty ape.
So it seems like Route A means Route Aogiri.
This is my mountain.
Sort of, the season differed wildly from the manga.
Okay.
So that's why it's sort of not considered season 2.
Okay.
It is.
Long time no see, black dog.
Bow wow.
Don't let a single one of them get past our nets.
Yes, sir!
I really need to find out who the voice actor is on that guy, because he sounds like this guy that used to play on one of the shows back in the freaking 80s and 90s.
To take from another is evil.
That would uncover or try to uncover stories that hadn't been figured out.
The moment we are born, we practice this. Perfecting the sin we've inherited. That's what life is. Series of compounding sin. Life itself that draws us into the dark. I have accepted my fate. I know that I am evil. As are each and every one of you.
Whose voice were you wondering about?
The guy with the long dark hair that's about to this length.
Where are you going?
Dude, Dove?
Yeah.
Do you have to ask?
He usually has like a light colored coat instead of a
It's too
darker
late.
coat. He seems to be one of the higher ups, like one of the lead people.
That's it.
That's
Sit here and do
everybody.
nothing. We always said that we'd help each other out at Onteku. I want to fight with them. Please, Yomo! I can't let them die out there!
They've been preparing for this day for a long time. Koma and Irimi have taken many lives, committed many sins. They tried, but no amount of goodwill could change what they've done. They need to be punished.
Punished?
Yes, this fight is their retribution. All of their followers as well.
What about me? I'm sick with sin. Don't I deserve to be punished? I've killed people too! Not just because I had to eat, but because I was royally pissed off! Why am I the only one who gets a free pass?
You're not, but this is, I would assume, a different thing, a different vendetta.
Yeah, plus, I'm pretty sure you're still a kid, so I think they're sort of giving you some leniency, like most rules do.
Why?
You're lucky. I always thought school would be fun.
Why are they doing this?
If by gross tie you mean awesome tie, then I totally agree.
Why does everyone end up leaving me?
Good work today.
I made a little extra lunch.
Promises to Yoriko? Oh, yeah. All the hard work I put into studying, I'm losing it all. My dreams, my friends, it's all slipping away. Why won't it stop? I won't lose anyone else.
Would it kill you to crack a smile now and then? What are you doing here? Catching up with an old friend. I got a message from Yomo. He took Toka and Hinami someplace safe. Such an abrupt end. Things got so relaxed I started taking them for granted. Now it's all gone to hell.
That's what happens.
Can't say I'll miss the old man's coddling. Probably wipe your ass if you let him.
Have you decided what you're going to do next?
Getting the hell out of Dodge for starters. I could charge right into that flock of doves. That'd mean the others would die for nothing. I'm gonna see Kimi one last time, and then I'm gone. A girl as fine as she is, gotta hit that one last time, you know?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. If I hadn't brought you to Onteku, then...
I don't need you driving the knife in any deeper. I won't hold it against you.
There's too many of them out there. And if I let you go, I would never forgive myself.
There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Very well, then.
Can you go? Right now!
You're not leaving me! Have you forgotten that you're my prey? I've wasted so much time waiting patiently! Now no one can keep me from my feet! Got it? Not even you!
Okay.
Now, let's go! How the hell am I supposed to defeat him?
It's a real shame. Iwa here would have loved a cup of your coffee. Wish you had the chance to share some with him.
I would give anything if only you'd stay. You know that I can't. I'm sorry. I appreciate that you tried to stop me. But I've always wanted to help. It's time that I did.
Okay. I'd rather he do a I'm going to help annihilate people than a I'm going to commit suicide, which is what I thought he was.
Oh.
I thought maybe he's like, can't deal with this, I'm going to just end it.
No. That would be the whole...
I seen there's an episode, I think at the end of the season, that's called Ken or Kaneki or something like that. So that wouldn't make sense for him to off himself, but...
But it would be really funny if he does all that crazy stuff to get stronger so he can protect everyone and then just dies.
Well, that's all I got for you this week. I will see you next week. Bye.